So, Mark, what's the issue in the market you're trying to solve with the company?
Well, there's a couple of pervasive issues that we're experiencing from our customers and our partners. The first is brand safety, which is a big issue, but very few solutions. The second is monetizing social media. And actually, the two things are very connected. But these are two things that are becoming more and more important as the amount of content online grows, and especially as the social media space expands.
So what is the problem with social media? Is it that advertisers are worried about being on certain pages, or what are the challenges with social media and advertising?
Yeah, I think that's certainly true. I mean, if simply with a lot of the social media content that's becoming available, it's scary, it's unregulated, it's uncontrolled. A lot of brand advertisers are very, very concerned about placing their brands in what is an uncontrolled and largely unregulated environment. So clearly there's a role to play for a technology like Amplify to be able to understand content and to be able to pass a message directly to an ad server saying, this content is good for this brand, it's bad for this brand.
Cool. Okay, so tell us, not getting too wonkish or too deep, how does the process work?
We are a natural language processing technology company, and Amplify is a piece of NLP which is able to read and understand every word of every sentence of every paragraph of content that we pass it. Because we understand what the content means, we can give a direct ad tags and other calls to CMS systems and to ad servers relating to whether or not they should be advertising against this particular piece of content.
And what's the root of that sort of the technology? How did that come to be? Is it something you guys came up with? Was it government work, or how did it come about?
Yeah, well, we've been doing this since 2000, so we've been this is our 9th year commercializing NLP. It's actually some inventions that from a Swedish professor, ex kind of Brown and MIT. So we have some real chops in our intellectual property. But yeah, we've been building. I mean, the thing with NLP is it's hugely complex, and a lot of the challenges are making it fast enough and robust enough to be deployable at real scale, and that's something that Amplify addresses directly, so we're very proud of what we've done.
Okay, so tell us about some of your first sale and what the implementation will be.
Well, we've actually announced our first big US partnership on Monday, which is great, with Lotame, the social media ad network. We are simply intercepting content in the social media properties that are part of that network. We are understanding that content, and we are therefore giving Lotame much deeper insights into how to better monetize and indeed how to embellish user profiles, because there's a lot of content in social networks that can be used actually to further enhance the user profile and capability.
Okay, so I'm sure the question of privacy has come up. You're sort of snooping or electronically reading, I don't know if you like that term, but what are the issues around privacy?
I mean, privacy is something that's very, very important, clearly. We, as Amplify, we don't enter that debate, because when we're passed content, we analyze it, we then give the signals that we've generated from that content to the partner, and then we actually flush, so we persist no data whatsoever. So in terms of like Amplify's position regarding the privacy, that exists within the publisher, within the ad network. So we're kind of deliberately not joining that debate. It is very, very important, but it's for the publisher and ad network to resolve in terms of their user base.
Where do you think this technology and your work will be a year out from now?
More and more of it, because the only way, if you want to better manage and monetize content, you've got to understand what it means, right? It's no good. It's no longer good enough to say, this article talks about Toyota. Well, what does it say about Toyota? Is it good? Is it bad? What are people trying to do? Are they trying to buy one? Are they going to test drive one? And understanding the meaning of content is what is going to accelerate. You want to talk about Web 2.0, Web 3.0. Look, this is about meaning. If we can understand the meaning of content, we can do cool things with it.
Tim Berners-Lee talks about the semantic web. Is this some semantic element here, or?
Yeah, there is. I mean, semantic web to us, to Amplify, semantic web is primarily involved with categorization and classification of content. That's kind of useful, but Amplify is concerned with what the content actually means. So actually, you put a really good kind of semantic technology with Amplify, you get a 1-2 punch that is absolutely irresistible.